see me. Yeah, salute when you see me. I'm getting greedy, I blowed on her budget on me, that's on me, I'm conceited. Treaty, nah, that ain't how we treat it. This right here sound like a three-peat. I put the in it sound like I'm knee-deep, I'm like, oh, you too needy. Me and HB going Juvie and BG, they gotta put my face on the box of Wheaties. I'm praying for whoever think they compete. Salute when you see me. That's all he ever, so that's how you greet me. I'm going TM 101 cheesy, and plus they got D2 on repeat.
Welcome back in, everyone, to EA Sports coverage of the NFL. You haven't missed a thing as we're just about set. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The numbers for him from a week ago: 15 carries, 63 yards.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now this throw caught left side, and he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll roll him out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
That's a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
And his kick is good. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. These are his numbers from last week's contest. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now back to throw. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big
time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that would be pinpoint here.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Thunderbirds have moved out in front. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even...
In trouble, and he's taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
We'll see if they do that. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. They're going to look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
On third down, you'll give him that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. And they were able to get him down and force the punt.
So they bring out their punter as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And a week ago, as you get a look at the numbers, well over 100 yards, he was on fire.
He was on fire. Obviously, the offensive line was on fire. All the guys who were trying to assist him. But you know who else was? The play caller. Because his ego totally got out of the way. And he kept calling the plays that were working over and over. And they really didn't stop him.
Now the challenge, can they duplicate it? Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
They go play action here on first down. Over the middle, it's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26. This time to the tailback. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. They'll set up a throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They'll look to throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And able to get this out to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Looking to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 10-3 our score after one here on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Street's got it, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, but when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
2nd and 6.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now a handoff looking right. And he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Elks are an extra point away from drawing level.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a...
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he spins away. Finding room at the 30. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. The offense on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now a handoff as they run left side. Of turning the corner, he can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Back to throw here. Throw over the middle, caught by Jordan. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2nd and 8. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. he fires one, but incomplete. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. The throw over the middle taken in. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Shreds the tackle. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Escaping the pressure. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And on now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here, as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2nd and 4. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where it was the visiting Jets who were able to get the road victory. Deshaun Watson leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, let's head to AT&T Stadium as we check out the Cowboys at home in Dallas. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Carolina Panthers. James Robinson, a touchdown run in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
81 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to run it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a handoff looking right. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Thunderbirds take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that leads into bigger errors.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Pass incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 120 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Right back to him on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now here's a handoff out of the gun. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. On the move to his left. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
They bring their punter out there now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. How do you break down his game so far? Just the one touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions.
Pressure comes and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down of the sack.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
And he'll give it here to his running back. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Thunderbirds add 6 to their lead. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point forthcoming. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, That is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Can't get away, and he's taken down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. Convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field.
And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And this offense on 3rd down today, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe.
But to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
So give him the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you get that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Elks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And that will cut this lead down to 13. So the drive there took 6 plays and a 9-yard run on the end of it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Toronto's offense ready to take over. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now, he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there on 3rd down.
But I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. He's going to keep this again. He'll get 7 yards there on the keeper, but still 4th down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
So out comes the field goal team once more from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And this one is right through, and that will swell the lead to 16. So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Second and 2. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. Fourth quarter, every
every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and they're going to have a third down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. And he's got his big tight end here. First down now, but the clock continues to move. They'll look to throw again. And he's taken down inside the 30. First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown. A great play there. 28 yards. And the Elks get a bit closer. Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step one, the touchdown. You need a two-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if they're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, they have to go for 2 again. That's why teams are practicing multiple two-point plays.
We saw that in Super Bowl 51 with the Patriots getting a pair of big two-point conversions. So the touchdown was big. This almost equally big as they'll try to get it to a one-score game with a two-point conversion. They'll look to throw to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. A very pivotal two-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get him.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll go down at the 28. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with... Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. And they take a knee. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. And they cannot do anything to stop the clock defensively. 3 straight wins to start the campaign now.
And this is where a team, privately, within the confines of their own room, their meeting rooms, the locker room, they start to think to themselves, we're pretty good. We should be a playoff team.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for our visitors, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Salt Lake City, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.